What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Mo, aka Mo Tintawi, aka Mohammed Tintawi, aka anything else you want to call me, and welcome to my channel/podcast. As always, I appreciate you joining me. It means the world, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and as always, like the video. Today, our topic is going to revolve around one man and his theory, Blaise Pascal. Now, this guy was a mathematical genius. He laid the foundation for a lot of math revolving around probability. There's also something called the Pascal triangle that he apparently invented, and so we're going to leave the math things to him. I want to get into a theory he called Pascal's Wager. Actually, I don't know if he called it that, but it's called that now. Now, this theory is just a wager basically on your life and God. He is basically telling you that you're better off being religious than not. So, should you believe in God? Think about all the pros to religion, think about all the negatives, think about everything you're going to have to do, the commitment it takes, etc. Now, I'm going to show you a chart that breaks down his theory. Now, his theory is very complicated, and he was never finished with it when he died. He was only 39 years old, but this chart basically breaks it down from today's view. You know, philosophers that know way more than me, this is what they got. So this is from the Stanford Encyclopedia. So basically, if God exists and you wager for God, then you gain everything, because you'll gain heaven, eternal life, etc. Now, if you wager against God, eternal hell, damnation, whatever you want to call it. Now, the two on the right side, you can see status quo, status quo. Now, I found an explanation from Stanford saying that the worst outcome associated with wagering for, that is the status quo on the top, and in wagering against, the status quo on the bottom, they both are at least equal. Now, I found that to be kind of confusing, and I honestly didn't get it, so I tried to find something better. So I found something on Rational Wiki. I guess it's like the encyclopedia page for philosophy. But basically it says, if you believe in God and God does not exist, you will not be rewarded, thus insignificant loss. Notice, insignificant because you're dead, it doesn't matter anymore, but loss because you dedicated your life. Now, on the other hand, if you do not believe in God and God does not exist, you will not be rewarded, but you lived your own life. So this is called an insignificant gain. So notice, insignificant again because you're dead, but gain because you actually lived your life for you and you did what you wanted. Now, two assumptions that I got from the reading: the probability of God's existence is 1/2. And the second one is wagering for God brings infinite reward if God exists. Now, you have to believe that, and honestly, there's a whole bunch of objections because philosophy is just philosophy. If it had answers, there would be way more money in it, and it'd be so much more important. But right now, it just gives us something really cool to think about. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to object it or prove it because who the hell am I? But there is one piece of that we can actually apply to today's life. So how should you live your life? Would you be better off being religious? I want to focus on the one that had insignificant loss. You believed in God, but he wasn't there, and now you have an insignificant loss because you dedicated your life for something that was never there. I wanted to find out if people are generally happier if they're religious. Do they report just a better life in general? Is life quality just a better thing? Pew Research conducted a survey. They basically broke down people into people who are kind of religious but don't attend church often, people who attend church often, and people who are unaffiliated with any religion. So in the US, for example, 36% of people they interviewed who are religious said they were very happy. 25 people who are kind of inactive, like they just don't regularly attend, meetings and stuff like that, 25% were very happy, and then 25% who weren't affiliated were very happy. So it didn't change from kind of being affiliated, but not regular attending, and then not being affiliated at all. So I guess that speaks to you're either there or you're not there. Now, there was no evidence suggesting that you get better health over time, but you are also less likely to smoke. So I don't know if that's significant, but I thought that was pretty cool to throw it in there, but you take that how you want it. Now, the Independent had their own study, and they found that 1/3 of actively religious adults in the US describe themselves as very happy. Again, take that how you want it. But I think it's important to point out that if you are religious, notice how you do have a sense of belonging, have a sense of right and wrong. You're automatically number 2 in your life because God has to be number 1. So automatically your ego is put in check. For the rest of your life, you're never going to think the world revolves around you. Now, I picked Pascal's Wager because it gave us a mathematical perspective into should you believe in God. Because there's a bunch of philosophies, there's countless philosophies on why you should believe in God or why shouldn't you. But here he mathematically broke it down that you would be better off. The probability is either God is not there or God is there. This forces a decision, but kind of leaves you nowhere because one flaw, if you haven't already thought about it, is that this theory kind of points out that there is only one religion, but he has identified it to be Christianity. So now we have to go by the whole premise that Christianity is the right religion. So for everyone else, it might seem that it doesn't apply to them. But think about it, it kind of does, because the religion is basically a traditional thing that you probably got from your parents, or you would have got anyway. Like if you were meant to go to that religion, you were meant to go to that religion. Like now, if you think religion will make you happier, there actually is a study on which religions are happier. It's kind of funny, to be honest, because all right, I'm reading it right now. So Protestants, Buddhists, and Roman Catholics are more likely to be happier and satisfied with their lives. And then Jews, Hindus, and Muslims are just kind of in between, with Christian Orthodox being at the bottom. So if you are going to pick a religion to be happy, I guess become a Buddhist. So do you think being religious benefits you in life? Do you think that more people should be religious? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. It was definitely a different twist where I tried to get philosophical for a second, but actually like philosophical off someone else's reference, not mine. So that was definitely hard to read. It was like 2 hours of like trying to understand this man's, because he broke it down like mathematically, and it was just, I still don't get it, but like, it's a really cool idea to think about and just process. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Please share it with a friend. As always, I appreciate you watching. See you later.